Let me tell you about the greatest baseball game ever on a portable handheld system. I'm talking about Ken Griffey Slugfest Baseball. Not only does this game have the greatest graphics, the game looks like a Genesis or Super Nintendo game, and you can do different games, different league play, like if you only want to do 42 games, or you can start in the playoffs. They also have Slugfest, but the amazing thing is the controls and the ability to get all your stats. Forget Triple Play 2001. This is the baseball game to get. I give it a 10 out of 10. Ken Griffey, Slugfest!
Reviews on the Run is brought to you by Microplay, where the games begin.
Let's start our aquatic-themed reviews now. What do you think?
It seems like you're ready to go with the aquatic theme over there.
Well, I get a bit nervous on boats. Well, what did you think of Seaman for the Dreamcast?
The impressive part of the game is the game actually comes with a microphone that you plug into the controller.
Yes.
And you can talk and communicate to the creature that you're drawing.
For the first couple of days, I think.
10 days.
Yeah, you're sitting there watching these little balls, which are these little eggs, start to hatch. Coolest thing about the game is Leonard Nimoy does the voiceovers.
That is cool. The object of the game is to grow this creature.
Yes.
Well, it frightens me and terrifies me so much that I grow him so that I can torture and kill him. It's a 4.6.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I didn't dislike it as much as you did, I think. All right, what did you think of another sea-dwelling, sea-based game called Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future?
Here's a great game. Let me tell you. The graphics on this game are just simply beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, the whales, the sharks, they all look
I love the stunts.
Stimulating.
The dolphin stunts.
I mean, you can get up on your tail in the water and go like this across, just like dolphins do.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The one little flaw is sometimes hard to figure out exactly what you have to do and where you have to go.
It's a lot like the first Echo on the Genesis, but this is in 3D, and you can swim through tunnels, and the mission, original. It's cool.
Yeah, and the missions are very cool too. It's an all-around great package.
I was a bit bored. I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10.
6.5.
6.5.
I should whack you in your bum with this paddle now.
No whacking. You might rock the boat.
This is an 8.8.
Wow.
It's a really very good.
Game.
I love this game.
That's incredible.
Love this game. The cinematics are beautiful.
6.5. Okay.
Parasite Eve 2.
Parasite Eve 2 from Square. Basically, we're talking Resident Evil meets the X-Files meets Final Fantasy.
I'll be honest with you. I hate the style of controls. It's the Resident Evil controls where you have to spin and rotate.
I felt with Resident Evil when we were playing it on the Dreamcast last year, it was very clunky and old. But Parasite Eve 2, it flowed really well. I thought it was
the
really
graphics
cool.
are just outstanding.
Oh, unbelievable.
Beautiful. I mean, it really, really looks good.
Yeah, there's some neat tricks too. They've got that sort of 3D camera follow perspective thing, so you go into these beautifully rendered 3D worlds, and the camera will actually follow you into that environment.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, they've really done a great job with the cinematics in Parasite Eve were the best part of the game.
Unbelievable.
This also in Parasite Eve 2.
I mean, this isn't just like Resident Evil where you have to find all kinds of weapons and load up on ammo and shoot everybody with guns. You actually, Aya's got some powers of her own. They're like Final Fantasy type spells. Adds a great element to the game.
I give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I really dug it too. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think you definitely have to check this thing out on the PlayStation. One of the best games out this year for PlayStation.
If you like those kind of games.
Yeah, why don't we talk about the Star Trek New Worlds for PC?
This has got to be, out of all the real, I'll tell you right up front, I'm sick of real-time strategy games. They should just stop making them all
Especially
together.
bad ones.
The music was cool, the sound effects were good.
Yes,
but
you get all the Star Trek mood, you get, you know, the voice work.
The
and all
lighting
that
effects were cool. Some of the explosions and being...
Yeah, the explosions are wicked. They're just like right out of the movie.
That's completely where it stops.
My main problem with it is they went full 3D on this. It's a go-anywhere camera. It's absolutely confusing and very easy to get lost in this thing.
You can't even save a game during the mission?
You press escape, you want to pause, you're out. You quit. You want to quit your game?
That?
Unbelievable. 4.5 out of 10 for Star Trek New Worlds.
Actually, I give it a 4.6.
4.6?
Exactly. Were you reading my notes earlier?
Yes, I was. Is that all right?
Yeah, you cheater.
All right. So what did you think of Strider 2, buddy?
The backgrounds and the environments are completely realistic. The characters, though, are completely cartoon. So it's like, Somebody needs to hire an art director at Capcom.
Nah, that's the Strider look.
Nah, it's
people
awful.
remember the original Strider, which is really cool. They included it in this game. The cool thing about Strider is you could lock onto walls and climb up walls like Spider-Man.
With a pickaxe.
Yeah, which is
Right.
really awesome.
Now,
and he has a really cool blade weapon that just gets more and more dangerous with the pickups that you get.
they put you into experiences you've never seen before in a video
Yes.
game. Like, for example, you're battling a guy on a huge satellite dish.
Yes.
Or you're jumping from air car to air car.
Or
like
you're fighting a
something right
dragon from on top the dragon.
It's
So you
like-
got to wail on the sections of the dragon and then it's gone.
I love that air car thing. It looked
Yeah.
like something out of like Fifth Element or Blade Runner,
Yes.
you know?
What would you give it then?
I give it a 7.5. I had fun with it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7. All right, buddy, let's talk about one of my favorite video games, Diablo 2 from Blizzard for the PC.
This is a very computerized version of Gauntlet, which means you have to arm yourself with
It's not like a
things.
typical computer RPG, though. I mean, it's a really easy
There's
game
so many
to
things
get
to
into.
arm yourself with, though. The biggest problem I have with it, though, is the controls. It's basically you have to always hold down a button to run or walk.
I totally disagree with Tommy. It works great on the PC. These guys have really got it down. The amount of bad guys that come on screen and attack you at one time that you have to deal with.
It gets pretty like, it gets pretty intense.
That's incredible. And you can create all kinds of creatures and stuff to help you out.
If you like this style of game, it's the best one ever created.
You know what it is? It's in contention for PC Game of the Year with Deus Ex.
No.
I'm giving this a 9.5 out of 10. I love this game.
7.6 for me.
Let's talk about Sanity, Aiken's Revenge from Fox Interactive.
Well,
for the
first
PC.
of all, the first thing we have to mention is that Ice-T does the voiceovers.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. But
and basically, the gameplay is just like Diablo.
it's exactly like Diablo.
You shoot fireballs, and you can conjure up demons to beat up on the baddies. Got
But
all
nothing
kinds.
new. There was nothing new
Well,
in this
what's
game.
new about this is that, unlike Diablo 2, it uses a complete 3D Lithtech engine. It's not as intuitive. I mean, if you want to talk about intuitive control on the PC, this is not as intuitive game to play. Your character does get stuck on walls and things a lot more. I also don't like that in certain situations, if you click on the wrong button by mistake, boom, you have to restart everything.
Again, a very tedious style game where you have to sit there, and if you don't do the thing like perfect, and you just get a slug to the head.
Yeah, the story elements and the production value is really high, so it's a fun game. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
I give it a 6 even. That's it.
We're here, so I'd like to get off of here.
Okay, actually, I was figuring taking on this thing and getting it up to James Bond speed. What do you think?
No, I'm out.
Oh yeah, no.
No, I'm leaving.
No way.
All right,
We're going.
Hold on.
You can find all the games featured in Reviews on the Run and hundreds more at all Microplay locations across North America and at microplay.com. Production assistance for Electric Playground is provided by Namco, makers of Tekken Tag Tournament for PlayStation 2.
So what do? You come down.
No, you jump this.
You got to jump that first?
Yeah, then you come down the hill really fast.
Really fast.
Yeah, and you hit the lip because there's like a little path.
What do you mean you hit the lip? Ah! You hit that?
Yeah,
That's like a 90-degree angle.
but still, it's easy.
But don't you go? It's easy.
Yeah,
But don't you go straight up in the air and then right back down again?
not straight up. You
It looks a 90-degree angle.